Oh, hey, we're back. I'm Christina. How are you doing today? It turns out that today is December 21st. Sorry about the lighting around here. Hold on. That help? A little bit. All right. Okay, good. Yeah, it's the shortest day of the year, apparently. Winter solstice arrived today, and it certainly reminds us always to be mindful, especially in these times that time is getting shorter and shorter. And we see articles coming out about bogus studies about mouth breather humans like us that probably just need to go away. Maybe that wasn't their intent, but I mean, to actually say something like that, who says something like that, that breathing, which is what we're here to do, is causing harm to the planet? But that's actually what we're about to go into, plus some other things, because actually I consider animals and insects more honest reporters. And we're going to take a look at that too and explain what all that means the very best that I can. Hello, Adrian and Connie. Welcome. Thank you, everyone that's coming in. And for the thumbs up, welcome. You're welcome to subscribe and share videos. It's awesome. So let's go ahead and get into this. One other thing, though, links are in the description box as always, but as far as the articles I'm about to read, I'll put them in after the links after we're done with this program. Okay? Awesome. Okay. Hello, sunshine. Awesome. Okay, the first article. I mean, the person who wrote the article obviously thinks this is insane because they say it's parody at this point. Internet mock study indicating human breathing contributing to global warming. San Francisco, California. Social media platform X was abuzz following a recent study proposing that human breathing might be contributing to global warming in the UK. Uh-oh, England. As unveiled in a recent publication in the journal PLOS, this research indicated that exhaled human breath can contain small, elevated concentrations of methane and nitrous oxide, both of which contribute to global warming. They never really say, hey, but if they plant so many plants, then maybe that cancels it out or something. It's just the negativity of it all. According to the New York Post, research findings suggest that methane and nitrous oxide exhaled by humans contribute to approximately 0.1% of the UK's greenhouse gas emissions. Can you believe they even counted that? In addition to the carbon dioxide exhaled by individuals. The study, led by Dr. Nicholas Cohen from the UK Centre for Ecology and Hydrology and involving 104 adult volunteers, revealed that nitrous oxide was detected in the breath of every participant, while 31% exhaled methane. That's the end of that article. The next one is titled Scientists Simulated Runaway Greenhouse Effect and It's Horrifying. So we know we're having greenhouse effects issues, which would be happening right now, especially with the ground underneath us heating up. You're going to have problems with that. Greenhouse of Usher. For the first time, a team of researchers has simulated what would happen if trapped greenhouse gases in the Earth's atmosphere trigger a snowball effect, causing a dramatic rise in the planet's temperature. As the results are ugly and almost unstoppable and very complicated to the reverse runaway greenhouse effect, according to a statement which would quickly make our home as inhospitable as Venus, with temperatures shooting up by hundreds of degrees Fahrenheit in a matter of a few hundred years. Hellhole. As detailed in a newspaper published in the journal Astronomy and Astrophysics, the team from the University of Geneva and the French National Center for Scientific Research studied what would happen if the greenhouse effect were trapped inside the Earth's atmosphere as if under an emergency thermal blanket. They've got methane munchers. They need to get on it. If the effect were to rise too much, the amount of water vapor from evaporating oceans could be lethal. There is a critical threshold for this amount of water vapor beyond which the planet cannot cool down anymore. See, and there is a lot of water in the air. I'm telling you, in the mornings, everything is wet outside, inside and outside of the car, like full on thick drops. It's almost dripping. That's how much water is in the air every morning. There is a critical threshold for this amount of water vapor beyond which the planet cannot cool down anymore. From there, everything gets carried away until the oceans end up getting fully evaporated and the temperature reaches several hundred degrees. This is the concept of a runaway greenhouse effect. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But what we are seeing is the rising impact of tropical cyclones in a warming world. A recent study led by Stanford University has uncovered alarming trends regarding the impact of tropical cyclones on global populations. There is a steady increase in the number of people at risk from tropical cyclones and the number of days per year these storms threaten health and livelihoods. With climate change fueling more frequent and intense weather events, this type of research is critical in understanding and responding to these growing threats. Understanding the demographics of populations exposed to cyclones is crucial for understanding evolving risks. See, as the earth keeps changing, we could have cyclones pop up in strange places. All right. I'm going to go ahead and check out the comments section, see how everybody's doing. Ooh, lighting's not good on this video this time, is it? Alrighty. We got Ray J. Welcome. I'm glad you caught the live stream. It could be that they hate that God breathed life into us. Yes. Nancy G, I'm so glad you're here. Factory farming is destroying the planet. 80 billion land animals are killed annually. Imagine the amount of waste produced. Yes, and we should speak about some of those animals and insects because if you were just to look at the news and see like one article, you might overlook it. But I'm looking for certain symptoms of the magnetic pole reversal, which majorly includes what's happening to animals, whether they be sea, air, land, or insect. Okay. Bugs, serpents, whatever animals. I'm putting that flag over everything that isn't human. We have to watch that. Hello, Robin. Welcome. Five Flames. I'm so glad to see you, Steve. Esteban. All right, let's get back to it. All right, speaking of animals, warm December weather leads to strange happenings from plants and animals. Mankato, Minnesota. An unusual sight in late December. Mild temperatures and lack of snow has left many areas in a stagnant fall-like state. The Arboretum at Gustavus Adolphus College in St. Peter reports a few odd occurrences from maple trees bleeding sap, a process that usually doesn't happen until the spring thaw to certain plants attempting to bloom in the thick of the holiday season. These plants, they know what time of year it is based on the photo period, but when the weather gets unusually warm like this, sometimes they take a chance and try for one more round of blooming just to hedge their bets and try to make some more seed for the year. Arboretum caretakers say that this winter bloom on its own likely won't harm the plants, but is an unusual sight. Excuse me, to visitors to the area who are also an unseasonably common sight. So not just the trees, but There are tourists in places that they wouldn't normally be this time of year. They said the weather's also affecting wildlife as squirrel activity is at a season high. Other wildlife aren't enjoying the weather as much, however. The Arboretum says that hibernating animals such as amphibians and snakes may have their hibernation cycle and food stores thrown off by strange weather. While a late plant bloom on its own isn't dangerous to the ecosystem, the lack of snow could be dangerous to newly planted plants and winterized plants that use a layer of snow to insulate from cold temperatures. The roots are sort of the slowest to make that accommodation. So if we get January cold without a layer of insulating snow, that's when we could have real problems, because if those roots get too cold too fast, that's a problem. Next article, insects. World's most common insects dying off and being replaced by invasive species. The most common insects are dying off, and invasive species are taking over. Worrying declines in insect numbers are largely being driven by losses of more abundant species. Researchers analyzed long-term trends of land-based insects such as beetles, butterflies, and grasshoppers. They found that decreases in the number of the formerly most common species have contributed most to local insect declines. Common or abundant insect species are the ones that are locally found in the highest numbers, but which species these are differ among locations. Sounding alarm bells about insect loss. They're doing studies, and that's cool. Again, I'll leave these article links so you can read the full article, because I'm not reading the full article. I'm not. But you can if you want to. I'm throwing some meat at you, you know. Next article, it's one of the last two, so I won't be keeping you much, much longer. Danger zones. Climate change is altering predator-prey dynamics. The impact of climate change on wildlife behavior, particularly predator-prey dynamics in snowy environments, is a growing area of interest among ecologists. This ecologist is exploring how changing weather patterns and snow consistency due to global warming will affect hunting strategies in various species, advantages and disadvantages. When you wear snowshoes in deep snow, you stay off the top of the snow, but if you take the snowshoes off, you might go up to your waist. Certain species, such as wolves and lynx, have adapted to deep snow conditions because their feet act like snowshoes. However, she points out that their prey, like caribou and moose, are at a disadvantage due to their weight and hoofed feet, leading to deeper sinking in the snow. Okay, so I'm not sure where they're going. I mean, that's just like a fact and everything. And yes, I can see how that would affect the wildlife. And I guess maybe the depth of the snow, the kind of snow, and the changing precipitation can throw off the predator-prey dynamic and make it easier for prey to be prey and defend themselves, leading to a decline in certain species. Danger zones. Yep, it's all about the snow. But that's important. Okay, last article. Researchers find first extensive mature population of invasive species in Europe, one of the worst invasive alien species. Changing temperatures around the world are bad news for everyone. Looks like it's getting bad for Europe too. Everyone, that is, except for fire ants, who have taken this opportunity to expand into Europe for the first time, according to a new study. See? These species, okay, fire ants are over here in Texas. They always have been, to my knowledge, but not so much in Europe. And we have Asian spiders over here that weren't normally here. I even saw an article about a whale that came from like the Pacific recently and just reached the East Coast and the Atlantic around Florida that normally wouldn't be here. It's a lot of movement for wildlife and insects. Wouldn't you say? I mean, that's extensive travel. So it says, what is happening? at least with the ants. It's on the island of Sicily in Italy, though there have been at least 3 previous interceptions of fire ant colonies in Spain, Finland, and the Netherlands. This is the first time an extensive mature population has been found in Europe, indicating that the insects are here to stay. Ooh, and they hurt. The study identified 88 nests of fire ants across about 12 acres, with anecdotal evidence from locals indicating that the ants have been in Sicily since 2019, when the ant stings began to be reported. Why is this concerning? Because fire ants are one of the worst invasive alien species and the 5th costliest worldwide, impacting ecosystems, agriculture, and human health. Not all foreign species are invasive. A species can be classified as invasive when it is introduced by human action and negatively impacts the local environment, human health. Okay. This applies to fire ants, who also notes in the study that half of the urban areas in Europe are already suitable, and that climate warming expected undercurrent trends will favor the expansion of this invasive ant. See, the climate is conducive for them now. This is where they may have been cool in Texas before. Now they're saying, oh, well, this little island off of Italy will be equally suitable now. It's like you can tell by where these animals are going. I mean, in my mind, what the climate is turning to. Does that make sense? So I'm going to go ahead and put all these up in the description box after this live. And I'm sorry about the lighting. I know it's absolutely terrible this time. I'll see what I can do to fix that. Yeah, fire ants are hard to kill. Butterflies, the monarch butterflies. Hello, Lorena. Praise God that you're here, girl. Okay. All right. So yes, today is supposed to be the shortest day of the year. It is now the very beginning of the winter solstice. So, and here in Texas, we're expecting cooler temperatures starting on Sunday. So if we're getting them, I know a lot of you will be also. So prepare as much as you can. Try to stay safe. And, God bless you. Stay safe. Stay prepared. Keep your eyes looking towards God. Hold on tight. I love you. God bless you. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.